Previously on Alien Investigations.
David and I have included a few cards from Dax Golding's very own Dream Collection. And if you're not familiar with those, you can find them in the album folders on his Facebook group titled the X-Files Collectible Card Game. David, why don't you go ahead and introduce us to the agents you'll be using to investigate?
To start with, and what I consider my lead agent here is Agent Dana Scully. Now, all the skills, the game effects, all those things are the same. Nancy Spiller, Agent Henderson. Here's another Dax special, Agent Brem. And then to round it off here, I've got Detective Manners.
It wouldn't be a complete game if Mulder wasn't going to be a part of this as well. And he'll be joined by Agent Monica Reyes, another one of Dax's custom agent cards, Detective Manners, Agent Kresge, and I also included Agent Brem. You will be starting off as the conspiracy player this evening, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So I will be requisitioning the leather jacket to Agent Fox Mulder. We will be sending the team to Newark, New Jersey. Is your X-Files method violence?
It is not.
It is not. The team will be heading up north, specifically to Dead Horse, Alaska. Before you lay down any bluff, David, I'm going to play a card, and that is Legacy, which is another one of Dax's dream cards. Kudos to my team, for they have prevailed, and we have thus been awarded either an affiliation or a result question. By any chance, is your X-Files affiliation alien?
It is not.
It is not. Before I play a site, I'm going to use one of Detective Manners' two tokens to call forth another witness. Our team is going to be joined by Mr. Kevin Morris. He will add 1 to my pool every time a keyword alien investigation or evidence collection card is played. And how fortuitous, because the site for which I'm sending my agents does have the keyword alien investigation. By any chance, is your X-Files motive ideology?
It is not.
It is not. I'm going to play Rejuvenating Caves for 2.
We are going to Cape Cod, Maryland.
Courtesy of One Breath, I have pulled Colonel Kissel from my bureau deck, and I will be paying 4 to negate any one keyword Sciences card. My site has proven successful, and my team has been awarded yet another motive question. Is your X-Files motive knowledge?
It is not.
Good lord, I am definitely playing the long game this evening.
We are once again visiting the Northeast Georgetown Medical Center. I'm going to do it all. I'm going to go all in, as they would say in Las Vegas.
All in, baby. At this point, David has a clear path to his investigation unless I have something to stop him. And I do. Mm-hmm. And it is another one of Dax's cards. And it is Unnerving Familiarity. If you can name one Michael Bublé song, you will be able to contribute your skills to the skill check.
Let me think here. You might want to edit some dead air here.
That's fine. I'm going to probably have to check my phone to make sure that is actually a song. If you're just going to name a random word.
If you had asked me a long time ago, I would know. So I think I might win this on a technicality. And I'm going to say White Christmas.
White Christmas. I feel like that's something he has actually done.
If he's done any kind of Christmas album, and I think most recording artists, it's part of their contract. Mm-hmm. It's if they do more than like 2 albums, they have to record a
Son Christmas. Of a bitch! You got it. Yes. He did do a song titled White Christmas. Well done. You have passed the Michael Bublé skill check. And I will move that card to my discard pile. Bravo, David. Bravo. All right. Well, you successfully passed that skill check, so you're still currently in this. You certainly have enough medical skills to go around you.
Yes.
However, if I'm not mistaken, you're a little lacking on the bureaucracy skills, and because of that, I'm going to play Detective Thompson face up for the full cost of 3, which is going to take my conspiracy pool down to 1, and that's going to change your site prerequisite to bureaucracy 3.
Any suspects yet, Detective?
I don't work for you, sir. And unless you hear different from the Attorney General, this case is a local matter.
Agent Mulder, we should go.
There's no need to get bent out of shape.
On the contrary, I think I've been exceedingly polite.
I know Spiller has at least 1 or 2, but I'm certain she doesn't have 3 on her.
She's got 2, but now's the time when I'm going to use a token from Detective.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And give me just a moment here. You know what breaks my heart is as I look through here, I'm finding all of the great cards that I want are at the bottom. So fortunately, I get to shuffle after I finish here. And I believe I neglected to include the card that I'm looking for. Nope, I did not include the card I was looking for. So
go ahead and take any witness out because you already used the token.
Yeah.
Just grab anything, even if you sell it for CP in the next turn. That's what I did with the Thinker, because I'm like, well, I still have the Thinker.
I'm going to pull Victor Klemper.
Ooh, okay. He adds to medical.
Yeah.
And what else?
Adds 3 to one team's medical or 2 to one team's science.
Freud, Zalk, Crick, Watson, these will be the names they celebrate at the end of the millennium. Great scientists. And Klemper? He will be remembered only as a butcher.
History may be the only justice you'll ever know.
You know my work. Do you know what we accomplished?
As a Nazi or for the blood money we paid you?
We were young men caught in a fervor, but our experiments changed the world.
For a lot of innocent Jews.
If your opponent plays a government adversary while this card is in play, the Victor Klemper card is negated and removed from the game.
That last stipulation was a big inspiration for a lot of my Season 4 witness cards.
And I can walk and chew gum at the same time. I do not have the bureaucracy needed to beat that skill check. So I'm just going to go ahead and discard there. And I'll move
It's a shame you didn't have Brem out in the field with your team. He could have been. He alone could have contributed to that.
Yeah. Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Mm-hmm. If some butts were candy and nuts,
then every day would be a Michael Bublé Christmas.
Yes. And I'm currently sitting on 4 cards, so I'm inclined to keep all of them at this point.
Pretty sure I'm over 7 because I kind of got excited there at the beginning of the turn.
I can already tell Dax is going to love watching this video just based on the cards that we've played at this point.
So I have 8. I need to discard 1. Yeah.
So what are you discarding?
Alien experimentation.
It's an expensive event.
It is, and it hasn't proven very helpful, so I'm going to just let it go at this point. I'm at 7. I have no more discards, so I turn to you, sir.
Okay, thank you. I'll draw my free card. It's not a good card to draw. Oh, boy. I might be in trouble this round. Two res from Mulder. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 cards from Mulder, and I'm going to buy a 3rd card, and I'm going to add 2 to my resource pool, and hopefully a site is amongst them. Oh, sweet Jesus, there is one. I was worried because I was like, I don't have a site in my hand right now. Oh, good. Good deal. Over to you.
All right. going to sell 2. I'm going to sell Victor Klemper, my buddy, and the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. That'll gain 5. I'll buy 2 and turn it back to you, sir.
Thank you so much. So as we get into healing, I once again do not need to heal any of my agents. They have passed their physicals with flying colors. For requisition, I don't have any equipment cards in my hand, so we'll move past that to deployment. We'll keep all of the agents deployed in the field. Strength in numbers, as they say. For case assignment, we'll be sending the team to Farmington, New Mexico. That is a multi-site, David, with the keywords motive method, alien investigation, and computer.
Through those rocks. Down there.
And Monica Reyes will be deducting 1 from that cost, which thus takes it to 0, thanks to her awesome effect. And Mr. Kevin Morris will be adding 1 to my resource pool.
I was hoping you had forgotten about Kevin.
How could I forget about Kevin? He's a staple of my deck.
Indeed.
Any bluffs for me?
2, in fact.
Dope. 2. Well, it's a good thing I never leave home without not 1, but 2 alien discretions. Play on a team about to investigate a site with alien investigation as a prerequisite. Discard all cards assigned as bluffs at that site. X equals the number of bluffs at that site. And I will be paying 3 to force you to discard those bluffs. What were they, by the way?
They were both nasty surprise. I was looking forward to having a lot of conspiracy.
Dang. That's a lot of conspiracy points down the drain. It's a shame alien discretion only has the keyword alien. It's like, can Kevin generate a half point?
Kevin's got
anyway. So as we head into the investigation phase, once again, Mulder has 4 alien investigation skills. Monica Reyes has 2. So I currently have enough to make that prerequisite, unless you have something to stop me.
I do not.
Oh, that's too bad. So we'll take yet a 3rd shot at your X-Files motive, and hopefully I don't have to run the gamut of asking every single motive question before I get this right. It's got to be survival at this point. It pretty much has to be. David, by any chance, is your X-Files motive survival?
It is not.
All right. The upside to that is that I have ruled out quite a few. So I now have you down. I have you down to 7 now. I think for the hell of it, I'm just going to take a crack at your X-Files identity, so at least you get 1 question off of me this evening. So, fortune smiles, David. You are going to get a question. David, by any chance, is your X-File BJ Morrow?
It is not.
All right. Well, I've ruled out Primordial now as a prerequisite. So, take a crack at my X-File. You can take a motive question. You can take a shot at my X-Files identity. It's totally up to you.
I'm going to go motive question. I haven't heard this one in a long time. Is your motive control?
It is not control. I repeat, it is not control. I was about to start cursing because I was like, damn it, if you got it right on the first question. Meanwhile, I've been busting my ass asking questions over here with no luck. As we get into debriefing, I am sitting on 6 cards, and I'll keep all of them.
I have only 5, so I'm no discard on my part either.
Let's pass it over to you. Draw that free card.
Yoink. All right, drew my card. Let's generate that res. I'm going to do, again, Agent Brim will do 2 for conspiracy and 4 from my agents in the field. Seems like I've been bouncing back and forth between 6 and 10 for the last couple turns here. I am going to buy 2, and I'll turn it to you. Just sell and buy.
Thank you. I really hate to do this, but I really need to pitch some good cards. Well, for starters, I'm going to add 2 to my conspiracy pool, courtesy of Rejuvenating Cave, so that helps a little bit. We'll sell the Thinker for 5. I feel like I'm going to regret that. And I'm going to sell a Near-Death Experience for 4. And of that 9... which takes my conspiracy pool up to, it was 3, so 9 takes it up to
12.
12, thank you. All right. So of that 9, I'm feeling 3 cards. Yeah. 3 cards.
Healing phase. Not a lot of need for healing these days. I'm going to no healing on my part, and then a requisition. I will not requisition any equipment at this time. Deployment. I like where everyone is right now. So, case assignment. Okay, this is another deja vu. Stryker's Cove in Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia.
Oh, tell me you're not serious.
This is evidence collection 4+, and I may ask one affiliation question. Turn it over to you for bluffs.
No bluffs.
No bluffs. It's going to be, why not? Let's go, everybody. That gives me evidence collection. I've got 2 from Scully, 1 from Spiller, 3 from Henderson. So that gives me 6, and 1 from Manners for 7 all day.
I got nothing. You may ask away.
Oh. And one of my favorites, an affiliation.
Yeah. At long last, you finally got that affiliation question. I kind of hope you get it right. That way you'll stop at going after affiliation questions.
Is your affiliation a cult?
God damn it, it is.
Wow.
Well done, David. Well done. And now I'm kind of regretting giving you that penalty question because you probably have it narrowed down to fewer X-Files than I do at this point.
7. We're tied.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, 6, but yeah, because I took that penalty question. But yes. Do you want to take a guess?
I do not.
It's all right. Makes for a longer game. As we head into debriefing, I've got 7 cards in my hand, so I'll hold on to them.
And I have 2, 7 exactly, so I'm going to hold on to mine as well.
Lucky 7s. Let's pass it back to me. I'll draw my free card.
Oh, before you go any further, I believe I neglected to pay for that site, so I'm going to take 2 off of my resource.
Oh, Kevin generates 1 for that. Thank you very much. Because he has evidence collection as a keyword. Let's do 4 cards. 5 cards, just to be sure. 5. So that's all of my team's res right there. Wow. This is interesting. So I pulled 2 hard evidences, which is the timing couldn't be better. So I'm going to play both of them right now.
This isn't official procedure.
Really?
It's probably a safe bet Ray Soames never made the varsity basketball team.
So Hard evidence adds 5 tokens to the resource pool. Collectively, it costs 4, so I'm going to be adding 6 to my resource pool. So that's going to take it up to 11. Damn, that was good timing right there.
I am going to sell 4 cards. Dr. Blockhead for 2, Dr. Rick Newton for 2, and 2 shotguns for
Holy smokes.
well, 14. That's 16 conspiracy.
Oh my gosh.
Which gives me 28. Just out of pure greed, I wish I could have had those nasty surprises come through too. I'd be over 30. I am going to buy 6.
I'm a bit apprehensive at this point, but let's go forward. I have no healing to be done, so we'll skip the healing phase. We'll skip the requisition phase as well because I have no equipment to hand out. We'll be keeping the team deployed in the field. For case assignment, we'll be sending the team to Excelsius Day Convalescent Home in Worcestershire, Massachusetts. It's a multi-site, David, with the keywords motive and method, occult investigation, and criminal investigation. And Monica Reyes will be deducting 1 from the cost because it does have the keyword occult investigation, so thus the site is free. And it does have a stipulation. I'm just going to state it right now. If you ask if the motive is security, the site prerequisite is 4. And I will be asking if it's security should it prove successful.
Okay.
Any bluffs?
Yes.
Oh, boy.
2 bluffs.
And I will not be sending any team to that site, so I'm going to put the site over here, and those bluffs will unfortunately have to wait another time. So no question for me this time. All right. Shall we debrief then?
We shall. I have 7, so no discard.
Yep. I got to get rid of something here. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm going to discard Poltergeist Attack because you really haven't been showing any occult investigation up to this point, and you really don't have much between your agents as it happens. So draw your free card then.
Drew my card. Let's do res. I'm going to do 2 for conspiracy. And then 4 from my agents. And before I turn over to you, since we're still in the briefing phase, I'm going to play a friend in the FBI for 2.
Good card.
After the Roswell incident in 1947, even at the brink of the Cold War, there was an ultra-secret conference attended by the United States, the Soviet Union, the People's Republic of China, Britain, both Germanys, France, and it was agreed that should any extraterrestrial biological entity survive a crash, the country that held that being would be responsible for its extermination.
Okay, so that's 10, but I am actually going to take advantage of 2 of those right now.
Use those to pay for it. I'm going to add 2 to my conspiracy pool for rejuvenating caves. I'm going to sell evasive maneuvers for 4. And thinking I'm going to draw 3 cards and add 1 to the conspiracy pool. Over to you.
All right. Healing phase. Still no combat or any cards that have caused any damage. Moving to requisition. I'm not going to requisition any equipment. Deployment. All of my agents I feel pretty good about, so I'm going to leave that as it is as well. Moving on to case assignment, we are going to the Olympic National Forest in beautiful Washington State, actually just about a half hour down the road from me.
In 1934, long before anyone even knew what an eco-terrorist was, a WPA crew working that same area vanished without a trace. Not one of those men was ever found or heard from again.
And you suspect what? Bigfoot?
Not likely. That's a lot of flannel to be choking down, even for Bigfoot. Come on, Scully, it'll be a nice trip to the forest.
This is an evidence collection 4+ and a result question. And that's cost 2. So I'll take those 2 off right now.
1 bluff.
Evidence collection, I'm going to bring all 4. And let's see that bluff.
It is a true bluff. Puzzles within puzzles, which doesn't do anything for that. But do you have any other cards you want to play at this point?
I do not. Unless you have any, I'm going to investigate.
Yeah, I have one more card. The Conundrum, which I'll be paying the full cost, which will take my conspiracy pool down from 15 to 12. I will play to negate 1 keyword evidence collection card.
Felt really good about that one, but you got me.
All right. Well, thanks to the Conundrum, I have prevented yet another investigation by your team. Let's head into debriefing.
I have 6, so no discard.
Yep. I'll get rid of Squeeze. And we'll pass it back to me.
Yes.
I will draw my free card. And that's not what I need right now. I did, like you, draw a friend in the FBI, which I will play right now. Which, as David stated earlier, play this card in your bureau. Place 10 tokens on this card during your debriefing or during your briefing phase. You may take up to 2 tokens from this card and place them in your resource pool. The tokens become resource tokens when all tokens have been removed. Discard this card. So I'm going to add 8 instead of 10 to the card and use the 2 to pay for it. I think I'm going to use all of my agents 5 res to get cards because I need a sight like you wouldn't believe. So I'll take 5. My pool stays at 11. Over to you.
I'm going to sell 3. Emil and Zoe, Detective
Okay.
Sharon Lazard, and the Thinker. That's going to give me an additional 9.
Okay.
And you know what? I'm going to buy 9, so I'll just stay at 24.
So we'll skip the healing phase once again. We'll also skip the requisition phase as well. Got no equipment to hand out to my agents. For deployment, we'll keep all the team in. Hopefully this will be nearing the end of this game. It's starting to feel a little long-winded. For case assignment, we'll be sending the team to Dead Horse, Alaska once again. That, David, is a multi-site with the keywords affiliation, result, alien investigation, and evidence collection. And Mr. Kevin Morris will be adding 1 to my resource pool, and Monica Reyes will be deducting 1 from that site cost because it is a keyword alien investigation.
2 bluffs.
Okay, we'll head into the investigation phase. We'll be applying our alien investigation skills to the site. Once again, Mulder has 4, Agent Reyes has 2. We have 6 alien investigation skills for this alien investigation 5 prerequisite. So we're good at this point. Let's see the bluffs.
All right. First bluff is injured relative. I force one opposing agent of my choice to go to the hospital immediately, undamaged. That's going to be Mulder.
No, it's not. I am going to play the Erlenmeyer Flask. Negate any one card played against your team during a bureaucracy or alien investigation skill check. And because that does have the keyword alien investigation, I will only be paying 3 for that. That's going to take my resource pool down from 12 to 9. What's the other one?
Next one is the mailman. We all know this one.
At this point, which one do you want? I got one on Mulder, and I got Kresge's one over here.
I'll take Mulder's and put it on Scully.
Okay. All right, so I lose that one. All right, good old mailman. Did you pay for it? You could have been. I just may not have been watching. Oh, you probably didn't because, you paid for the last one. Okay. All right. So I'm still in this. So the bluffs are out of the way. What else you got?
I'm going to play Dr. Baroob, if I'm pronouncing that right. What's it?
Barubi.
Barubi. Dr. Barubi.
We have a housekeeper, and she often uses the car. It's the second card. Please. They should not be excited. Nothing should be touched.
I'm sorry. I thought they were friendly.
They're part of an experiment.
What kind of experiment?
Am I under some kind of suspicion?
No.
Then I think I've answered all your questions. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have more work than time.
Thank you.
Pay the listed conspiracy cost, where X is the number of conspiracy paid to gain the desired modifier to one of the following skills. I'm going to be applying it to alien investigation. I'm going to be paying 5 to subtract 3.
Go ahead and pay it.
And I assume you're going to negate it, so I'm just going to put it
in. Yeah, you better believe I'm going to negate it. I've got No One So Paranoid, my second one, and I will be taking my resource pool down from 9 to 4 to pay for that one. You're depleting my pool here, David, but I'm staying in this. You still got 12 CP, so, I mean, you probably have some other stuff to play.
I do.
All right, go for it.
Brother Martin is attracted to Agent Mulder there.
Yep, and it is an affiliation keyword site this time, so he does apply. And that does take your resource pool down quite a bit to pay for him.
Down to 4.
I'm down to 3 cards at this point, so I'm not sitting on a whole lot. However, I am sitting on X.
Oh, wow.
Stay there. Wait! You want to see what it takes to find the truth, Agent Mulder? You want to know the things I know?
I will be paying 3 to negate 1 keyword adversary card, and that takes my resource pool down to 1. I got nothing else, David, so if you have another card, you can probably steamroll all over me at this point.
Nothing to stop your investigation, but I am going to go out with playing Too Close to the Truth.
Son of a bitch.
For 3.
There goes my conspiracy pool, huh? So I'm down to 1.
You're down to 1, and I'm back up to 12.
All right. All the more reason why I got to finish this with this one question. I got snake eyes over here in my resource pool. But on the plus side, I do get a question. I get my choice between an affiliation or result question. David, by any chance, is your X-Files result manipulation of evidence?
It is.
Holy cow. It took me all night, but I finally got a yes answer. And with that, I have narrowed you down to 2 possibilities. But I feel like I should take a 50-50 at this point, because who knows if I'm going to get another sight card. They've been pretty lacking at this point. David, by any chance, is your X-File 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬?
It is not.
Son of a bitch! I know who you are now. Take a crack. You can ask either a result or affiliation.
Well, I know your affiliation.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask, is your result death?
I think it is. Oh, no, it's not. It's not.
It is not. Okay.
Nope, I was mistaken on that. Damn it, I got to investigate at least one more site. If I do it, that's game. All right, so let's pass it over to you. Draw your free card.
Generate res. I get 4 from my agents here, and I'm actually going to use Agent Brem's 2 for my resource as well. So that'll bring me up 6. I'm going to purchase 2, and I'll turn to you to buy and sell.
Thank you. I'm going to add 2 to my conspiracy pool from Rejuvenating Caves. That leaves me with only 2 left for that card. I will sell 2 cards. Ceremony for 5 and Semi-Jacketed Hollow Points for 2. That's going to take my conspiracy pool up to 10. 2 cards.
Before we exit the briefing phase, I am going to take 2 tokens from my friend in the FBI. Let's get up to 12. Healing, there's no damage on any of my agents. Requisition, I'm not going to requisition any equipment at this time. Case assignment. We are going to Chinatown in San Francisco. That is a monosite and medical 4+, and ask 1 result question. Any bluffs, sir?
Oh, yeah. 2 bluffs.
It's medical, but I am going to go all in again.
How much medical do you have?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Dana Scully has 4. Agent Spiller has 3. So I've got 7.
The first bluff, I'll do this one first, is Nasty Surprise. Add 5 tokens to the conspiracy pool. It was face down, so I'll get to add 3. That takes it up to 11.
Okay, and before you do that, I'm going to play Langley, and I've got my buddy Dax's Langley there. That's going to cost me 2. And before you go any further,
hold on. What did I have it? I was at 8, so I paid 2, so I'm down to 6. Go for it. Still got 1 bluff. Go.
Another Langley for 2.
All right. That is radioactive area.
Refresh my memory. What is that one?
It would have increased the site prerequisite by 1, and if you failed, everyone in the team would get damage.
All right. Anything else?
Yep. 1 more card. I'll be playing Sheriff Daniels for the full cost of 3. That's going to take my conspiracy pool down from 6 to 3. And I'm going to change your site prerequisite to subterfuge 3.
I got witnesses to say the boy was there laying hands on those people when they died.
You think that's how he killed them? With a touch?
I don't claim to know how or why he did it. But we've been looking for the boy since Tuesday, and he does not want to be found.
Well, there's nothing out of the ordinary about these reports, except that there were no autopsies performed.
Hartley managed to block my autopsy request on religious grounds. Also doesn't help that the county coroner is a dues-paying member of the Miracle Ministry.
I'm going to use Manners token to look for a witness.
That's going to have to be a strong witness. I'm trying to think of one that adds 3 subterfuge, because you don't have any subterfuge, right?
Double checking.
Yeah, I can't.
No, these guys are all on the up and up.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think there's a subterfuge 3/8. I mean, in the Scully set, yeah, but you don't have Scully set cards in here, so I can't think of one that would work.
Oh, no, it wasn't the witness I thought it was.
All right.
All right, well, I'll shuffle these up and...
What witness are you going to take?
Oh, yeah, I suppose I may as well, right? Dr. Bugger.
Okay.
Oh, with that having been said, I cannot beat that subterfuge skill check.
Well, Sheriff Daniels is a tough cookie. Tough to crack. If we're heading into debriefing now, I have 6 cards in my hand.
I'm going to play Grid Pattern Search for 2. Okay, good. I only have 8. I only have to discard 1. Dr. Alexander Ivanov is going to take a hike.
3 sciences guy. All set?
I'm set.
All right. I'm going to draw my free card. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 from Friend in the FBI. And that's going to take my resource pool up to 3. Let's do 3 cards. 2 of them Mulders, 1 of them from the remaining... wait. No, I'm going to need... No, I'm just going to do the 2 for Mulder and add the other 3 to my resource pool. Crap.
I'm going to sell Dr. Daniel Trepkos for 2 and Evasive Maneuvers for 4. Gets me 6. I'm going to sell Dr. Bugger 2 for another 3. I'm going to buy 4.
No healing to be done at this point. No requisition either because I don't have any equipment cards. For deployment, we'll keep all the team deployed in the field. For case assignment, we're going to revisit the Excelsius Day convalescent home that is currently a bit top heavy because it's got a couple of bluffs on it. Do you want to assign any more bluffs to it?
No, I'll stick with the 2.
Stick with the 2. All right, let's head into investigation phase. We'll be applying our criminal investigation skills to this skill check. Mulder has 2, Reyes has 2, Manners has 1, Kresge has 1, and Brem has 2. So we got 8 criminal investigation amongst our teams.
Okay.
Let's see the bluffs.
All right. First is injured relative. Force 1 opposing agent of my choice to go to the hospital immediately, undamaged.
Who do you want to send?
Fox Mulder.
All right. So that takes my sight skill check down from 8 to 6. Everyone is, still got it. What's the next one?
Next one is car troubles. Play on a team of 3 or more agents moving to the same site. The team may only send 2 agents to that site, owning player's choice. Any extra agents remain in the team, but may not calculate their skills to any checks this turn. In addition, playing this card will prevent the use of the evasive maneuvers card by this team this turn.
All right, go ahead and pay for that one.
Okay.
Cool. I'm going to Langley the car troubles for 2.
Okay.
There's no game here.
All right. 50.
Elron the Druid bets 50. Cash only, Elron. I don't take no personal checks from the Bank of Middle Earth. Come on, natural 20. Daddy needs a new sword of wounding.
I'm going to play Alien Experimentation.
All right, that does negate Langley, I'm afraid. Yeah, no matter which 2 agents I send, I'm not going to have enough criminal investigation for that. So, yeah, that site is discarded. Well done. Let's head into debriefing. I have 7, so keeping them.
I have 7, so I'll keep all of mine.
Okay. All right, let's pass it to you.
All right, I'll draw for turn. Generate res. I'm going to use Brem's 2 for my conspiracy pool, and then 4 from my team in the field. And I won't purchase any. It's to you to sell it by.
Yep, I will sell Mrs. Mulder for 5. She'll take my conspiracy pool up from 3 to 8. I will use my last 2 tokens from Rejuvenating Caves to take my pool to 10. I think I'll buy 2 cards.
Still in the briefing phase, so I'm going to use 2 tokens for 2 more res. And moving on to healing. No one is damaged, so no healing. Requisition. I'm not going to requisition any equipment. Deployment. I'm going to move Agent Brem to the field. Case assignment. We are going to the Olympic National Forest again. This is evidence collection 4 or more and result question.
And Kevin will generate 1 to my resource pool for that.
Yes, and I've paid 2 for the site.
Right. So I'm going to play an event card. The cigarette smoking man strikes to change any keyword to any other keyword on a card played by your opponent. This effect lasts until the end of the turn.
Before you do that, I'm actually going to pro hickey that one.
All right. Well done on that. All right. I got nothing else. Ask away.
All right. Is your result physiological?
Nope.
Come on. Down to 3.
You want to ask?
No, I do not want to ask.
That's wise, because, I mean, yeah, it's game if you don't get... So I that's a smart call. All right, debriefing. Yeah, I've got enough cards. Oh, no, I have 8. Discarding Living Machine.
Okay, and I've got 6, so no discard. So over to you.
Thank you. Drawing my free card. Since Mulder is in the hospital, he's not generating res, so I'm only getting 3 for the team out in the field. That's going to take my resource pool up to 8. I'm also going to get 2 from friend in the FBI to take it to 10. I'll just buy 1 card.
Okay. Just going to sell the one site here, NASA Mission Control, for 1. And I will not purchase any. So back to you, sir.
Okay. For healing, Mulder's in the hospital, but he doesn't have any actual damage to heal. He's just injured. He's just visiting an injured relative at this point. For requisition, no equipment to requisition. For deployment, we'll be sending Mulder back out to the field, so he'll be rejoining his fellow agents. For case assignment, we'll be sending the team to Millers Grove, Massachusetts. This is a monosite, David, with the keywords alien investigation and result.
Nice kitchen. Modern appliances. Moving walls.
Moving walls?
Yeah. They're rippling.
Oh, cockroaches.
What?
Cockroaches. They're everywhere. I'm surrounded.
Mulder, you've got to get out of there right now.
And the cost of the site is -1 thanks to Reyes, and Kevin Morris will be paying the last portion of that because it does have the keyword alien investigation. Any bluffs?
1 bluff.
Okay. Before we head into case assignment, or before we head into investigation phase, I'm going to play Good Fortune. Once this card is played, only the investigating player may play events while investigating this site, except for events which would negate this card. Discard this card when the site card has been discarded. So that's going to take my resource pool down from 9 to 7. So no events coming from you this time, David. Let's see that bluff.
The bluff is Pete Calcagney.
Oh, God.
I have to do it before the end of the game.
Yeah, and you know what? Because I'm bound and determined to end the game, I'm going to let you take it. So it'll be a small victory for you. Kevin has been destroyed.
Yep,
So
and I paid my 1 for that.
He's out. So you got that one. Regardless of the outcome of the game, it's still going to feel like a small victory for you.
Thanks
All
for
right.
letting me have that.
Yeah, it's no problem. It's no problem. You earned it. What else you got?
I've got Simon Gates, a.k.a. Pharaoh.
Him again.
Yeah, and I'm going to play him for
Yeah,
six.
Believer Agent. Yep. Again, it's kind of coming back to that game. You only have 2. You could feasibly play a combat card, but there's not much that you can do with 2. And I definitely have enough long range. And
What
Mulder
is your
does
long
have,
range again?
My long range should be 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Actually, I'm sorry, it's 9. That's more than enough to defeat him. All right, what the hell? As much as I want to do combat, I just want to bring this to a close. Erlenmeyer Flask. Negate any 1 card played against your team during a bureaucracy or alien investigation skill check. And that will take my resource pool down from 7 to 3. And Simon Gates is negated. So he's gone. Just be honest. Did you have a combat card in your hand?
It's over anyway, right? Yeah, I have a Dodge, which is a purple card. So I was going to pay with my resource pool and take.
And you would have
4
basically one. Is it one of my agents would not have been? What's the effect on that?
Play this card on any combatant in the long-range combat round to reduce the damage from any one source by 4 points.
Yeah, so best you could do is to subtract 4, which would have kept him in there through long range. So he would have gotten to attack Mulder, which he would have gone for Mulder. But he would have had the leather jacket, which I could have used to heal 1. Which, so even if you did hit Mulder, I would have been able to keep him in there. All right, David. Well, that's game. Yes, your result is indeed manipulation of evidence. Or no, it is manipulation of evidence. And you are Commander Colin Henderson.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. And I really have to commend you because you ensured that I got so deep into my deck that, yeah, my discard pile was taller than my bureau deck. So bravo on that.
We went through a lot of cards on that.
We did. That was probably a good 12 rounds. I tend to lose track, but I would say it's probably around that amount. So well done. I mean, yeah, didn't get a win, but for one, you killed Kevin. So if anything, you can take that little victory and toast to that this evening. Yeah, the Agent Scully card that I got is definitely going to get played. I don't normally use Scully, so I'm going to use her now more frequently.
That was a big win. That was cool. I was really happy for you when I saw that.
Thank you.
And Nate got Scully's dreams. So as far as I'm concerned, this was a win.
I know Nathan is definitely the big winner tonight, and with Scully's dream. And he also got what was his second one? Oh, the high resolution camera, which I kind of wanted that one because I'm like, it's just a camera equipment. But the fact that it's different image, different episode,
right?
That it's taken from, that's what made that one an appealing one. So Nathan's definitely the big winner. I would say I'm probably runner up on that one with the Scully card and the X poll. So what do you think about the cards we played tonight from Dax's set?
That sunburn one, that almost made me draw a tear. That sucked.
Yeah, that is a good one.
That was a good one. And now I get to look forward to those other ones from the Scully set too. I have to keep my eyes peeled for those.
Covert Warning. That was one that I did have tonight. It's from the host. What this one does is play this card at the end of the case assignment phase after you've, say, put bluffs on my site.
Mm-hmm.
Choose one site. All bluffs at that site must be turned face up. So it's kind of like a Scully effect. But it's like, you pay the 2 and you can see however many bluffs are put down on that site. So it's kind of, it's cool. Scully-esque effect. Legacy turned out to be a good one. It's the one where if I investigated that site, I got 6 RP added to the pool.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
Oh, but how do you like the Michael Bublé one?
That's clever, but I did remember seeing that and thinking, oh, I don't know any Michael Bublé. But then I thought, oh, there's no way that guy hasn't done a Christmas album, so I should be able to get away with it.
Yeah, since he was in that episode of Apocrypha, he's right there. So yeah, Dax mentioned in one of Matt and Mike's videos, he's like, yeah, little known fact, Michael Bublé is actually in an X-Files episode. And I was like, yep. I was like, that's true. He is. And Dax just made a comment at that point. He's like, yeah, at some point I'll probably make that into a card. And so, that Christmas, right around, after Christmas, come New Year's, I'm like, hey, I got a great card idea for 2022. And I sent him the text that's on that card.
So how did you get connected with Dax?
I joined the Facebook group. I mean, because originally I was not. I mean, the way I got into the Facebook group was that I was in that big X-Files Facebook group, and so I made a comment in one of the posts on there, one of the many posts where people are just mostly posting pictures of Scully with a banana up her nose, or did you know 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 was in Genderbender? Oh my god, that's such a revelation. No one's ever heard of this before. That's all it ever is. So I just made a comment in one of those very innocuous, or just ask, what's the word I'm thinking of? Inane. I just made a comment in one of those inane posts hey, has anyone ever played the X-Files Collectible Card Game before? The one back in the 90s? Just to see, because I was like, I was just a collector and I kind of would have liked to play. But yeah, so the one person who did I think other people did make a comment, but they were just stupid comments. Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh sure, vaguely, whatever. Then Mike posts, hey, we have a Facebook group where, dedicated to the game. Come over here. And so I went over there and got, Dax, accepted my accepted my request to join the group. And so at that time, that's when I started watching Matt and Mike's channel. I binged their entire, catalog of videos, beginning to end. And yeah, and then at one point, because I was just going through Dax's albums, looking at all his cool custom cards, and one time I just messaged him, and I was like, hey, I have an idea for a agent card for my daughter. I think I probably showed it you at one point.
You did, yep.
Yeah. So that was the first card. I was like, hey, if I send you a picture of my daughter with this text, can you make it into a card? He's like, yeah, sure. And so from that point on, I was like, then I said, yeah, I was like, yeah, it's just part of a little fun little X-Files story I have with, me, my wife, my daughter in an X-File episode, like a fan fiction one. And so I mentioned that, yeah, her favorite stuffed animal is Knuffle Bunny. And then Dax came back with an equipment card that's like this. And Knuffle Bunny was on the equipment card. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to write an effect for that one. And so I wrote an effect for that one. And from that, I just started sending him more card ideas for the expansion that I call 100617. That is currently an 18 card expansion. It's 19 now if you count 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's agent card. So it's that's the first expansion I started with Dax. So it's currently 18, 19 cards, soon to be more.
Is yours FBI or law or anything?
The keywords on my card are agent, independent, which is what yours would be because you're not FBI or law. Mine also has the keyword believer, and in addition to believer, it also has the keyword information.
Oh, right. Yeah, you told me about that one. That's cool.
Yeah, which is eventually going to tie into some other card effects, but for right now, it's the only keyword information card. But believe it or not, my agent card does not have any alien investigation, which you would think I would, but it's not catered to the story. So no alien investigation skills for me, much as I would love to have that as a skill. Did you want to take a guess what my X-File was? I don't know if you narrowed it down.
I'm going to say Colonel Wharton, the Zombie Master.
Nope. It was Warren James Dupree, Lazarus Man. Top one on the occult list. I'm surprised you didn't guess that one.
I thought the reason I guessed Zombie Master was because you had Private, what's his name, the zombie.
McAlpin, he was in there. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I do go for synergy in the deck. Theme's kind of a low priority. So that brings to a close another very exciting game. And David, I want to thank you for availing yourself to try out some of these cards that Dax has put together over time. And, it was really fun getting to try some cards that have not really seen a whole lot of use.
I've ever since you floated this idea, I've been pretty excited about it. I don't have as many Dax cards as I would like. I've lamented on that a couple times over the course of the game tonight, but I'm going to be reviewing and looking at that. And I think these would be great cards to kind of accept as just part of the canon and start using them as regular cards. I think they're really well written and kind of bring some fun stuff to the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of great cards in that set. And if any of you are interested in acquiring these, just send Dax a message, and I'm sure he'll be able to accommodate you. He's not trying to profit off the cards, so he just wants to be able to share these cards with you. So, yeah, just, he's a good guy. So, let him know what you're interested in, and he'll certainly be accommodating. So, yeah, just take a look at what he has. If you're not part of the Facebook group, the X-Files Collectible Card Game, definitely consider joining it. There's a lot of fun people in there who have a fond love for the game. And if you've been interested in getting back into playing the game, maybe you've been collecting the cards over the years but never found anyone that was interested in playing it, this is the group to be joining. And of course, if you do want to ever, throw down against myself, you can always leave a comment or email me. My email is posted on the channel. I'm always interested in playing with other people who have a love for the game. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a like. Leave a comment too. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see. If you have any ideas for games you'd like to play, questions about the cards, questions about the Season 4 expansion, anything like that, just leave a comment and I'll answer the best I can.
as long as you're liking the video, subscribe to the Alien Investigation channel. Steven really loves this game, and he puts a lot of hard work into his videos. They're very entertaining. They're fun to watch. I'm a fan.
So check that out. Subscribe to David's Pieces channel. Subscribe to mine. And I think that about wraps it up, David. So I will say goodnight. And please be sure to tune in next time for another exciting episode of Alien Investigations.
All right. Good night, everyone.